this. I can't, so we will move me up here. You can, go ahead and take a look at this. While we wait. The Great Wait. Is that how? Man, I really hate Facebook's UI. Like, I don't understand. I'm trying to get the Facebook chat up, but I don't. I don't know what the fuck Facebook wants out of me. Hmm.
One of the things specifically I've had to argue with people
Hmm.
whom I've known for 20 years. They say, well, we feel like our election was stolen. We feel like our votes don't count. I said, okay, I'm not acknowledging the election was stolen because it wasn't. I'm not acknowledging that the massive voter fraud because there wasn't. I said, but if you believe in your heart of hearts that there was, the best thing for you to do is to turn out and vote and make it harder for them to cheat.
All right, we're getting some people. I guess I've just gotta have my own live stream up. Interesting. Okay. All right, I guess that's how we're doing it. Oh, let's skip the cancer. Let's skip the cancer. We Gucci. Got all the chats up. All right, and there's some people in. We'll get started. All right, we're done. We're done watching the silliness. Okay, so like I said, we're covering late news. So Wednesday, we had this happen. It was quite the shit show, to be honest. Um, and well, where do we start? Let's not consider it. Some of them were protests. We'll go that far. You did have protests in Oklahoma, Utah. There were a couple of state capitals like Oklahoma City. You had Denver, you had Kansas, you had Georgia, you had Salt Lake City, you had Nevada, you had Minnesota. I mean, you had protests nationwide. Most of them were pretty nonviolent, I will be honest, as far as I can tell, as far as I've seen. If anyone has any information on those, but they were all pretty civil, except for the one that we all really want to talk about, which is what happened in D.C. storming the Capitol building. Um, so I mean, let's start in the obvious place: treatment of protesters. So throughout summer of 2020, we saw that there were BLM protests. We saw there was some burning, there was some looting, but we saw, as far as out of the police, a huge pushback. Even on like initial nights in cities there weren't uh, um, really protesting normally. What we saw from them was police coming in riot gear, immediately showing up, ready to quash like a fucking small scale rebellion. You know, our police are heavily militarized. And here we are, DC, seat of our nation's capital, and they kind of just let them walk in. I mean, yeah, they actually just straight up just casual step in like, hey, what's up? You know, we're supposed to be here. Uh, you have this guy. Hold on, we were watching some MSNBC earlier. You got this shot of it. You know, they straight up are just walking in. Police are just backing off. You have a couple of people in riot gear, like over here, but I mean, the rest of them, nothing. We'll go ahead and put the music back on. Yeah, then yeah, you have the fucking meme pictures, right? You know, this guy they are trying to say is an Antifa insider. However, I'm sure I could find it. We may pull it up later, but this guy was seen shaking hands with, I believe, Pence. Like we have photos of this dude actually, you know, being around Trump. It's definitely not some Antifa fucking insider. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. The right is actually cannot cope hard enough that this would happen. I mean, yeah, you have the guy, you know, stealing the podium or lectern, whatever. Funny, haha, whatever. That's innocent. Okay, cool. Then you have Josh Hawley, scum. Please watch out for this guy. What state is Josh Hawley senator of? Legitimately. Oh boy. All right, yeah. Josh Hawley is a U.S. senator of Missouri. He's 41. I believe he's one of the youngest, if not the youngest senator. Dude's like a straight up neo-Nazi, legitimately. I believe he is a QAnon supporter as well. Let's go check his Twitter. Let's see what we got going on here. On the woke mob, interesting. This could not be more Orwellian. Simon and Schuster is canceling my contract because I was representing my constituents, leading a debate on the Senate floor on voter integrity, which they have now decided to redefine as sedition. Let me be clear, this is not just a contract dispute, it's a direct assault on the First Amendment. Only approved speech can now be published. This is the left looking to cancel everyone they don't approve of. I will fight this cancel culture with everything I have. We'll see you in court. Now, what I find funny about this is, you know, Republicans all the time talk about how, you know, private companies can do whatever they want, you know, take your business elsewhere if you don't like it. Yet here we are, private company exercising their right to not serve who they want to serve for reasons not protected under the First Amendment, and they're crying about it. I mean, they cry about getting banned off like Facebook and Twitter, like the unfair treatment on the internet. Wow, wow, wow. I mean, it's not unfair treatment. You guys just suck at following TOS. That's just the gist of it. Like, you guys suck shit at following TOS. I can't help that. Damn. Let's see. I mean, here he is grifting about the, you know, the violence, you know, calling it out, being like, oh, it shouldn't have happened, but like, wow, don't even remember what video we are. Here we go. I mean, this is him going in, signaling to these supporters that, like, he's going to vote against the election with them. Like, which, it's all based on conspiracy and not fact, and that is the key difference, which is what causes this to be sedition, because then you had an attempted coup, because let's be real, guys, this is what a coup looks like. Please get out of your head this, you know, violent revolution that takes place over months and tanks and battle lines and bullshit. You know, there are other ways to throw a coup that don't require all-out warfare. Like, say, for example, what happened in D.C. Imagine if Virginia did not send our National Guard, rather, yeah. Imagine if Maryland didn't send their National Guard. Imagine if Trump never never approved sending the National Guard, and after they were declined once. Imagine if all that happens and the police not only simply let them walk in, joined them. Who's there to protect these elected officials from ceding power. This is exactly what a coup attempt looks like. Just because it's an attempt doesn't mean that it wasn't a coup. I mean, let's be real. Attempted murder still gonna get you to do some time. Just because you shot and you missed doesn't mean you didn't try and kill them. That's what sedition is. That's what this is. Like, it's a coup. It's a coup attempt. So, you are signaling in power support for a coup of a legal, fair, democratic election. That is sedition. So, I mean, Josh Hawley can grift all he wants, but yes, there's this, someone saying they were trying to find Mike Pence, but you actually have them clearly shouting it. So we don't have to go off the tweet. We have a live video feed of them calling to hang Joe Biden. Not Joe Biden, Mike Pence.
This is a video of a crowd chanting, "Hang Mike Pence." While Pence, the vice president, was in the Capitol, had to be taken to a secure location because he had failed to do the thing that Donald Trump told that crowd of people, that mob, that Mike Pence had to do or face consequences, or face their wrath.
Yeah, I mean, we have them attacking reporters. We can speed this up. We can definitely speed this up. Yeah, like this guy's a reporter for, I believe it was CNN. Of course, they fucking hate CNN, so not shocked. Uh, yeah, we had one cameraman who got, camerawoman rather, she got pinned down by two or three people, and they took the camera. Now, luckily, all they did was take the camera and break a couple of lenses. But I mean, you have stuff like that. Then you have these guys dressed down. They were here for it, completely dressed down. And these are what police use in mass arrest. They're the double-banded zip ties. These are used to bind people's hands. They're legit. Nothing non-legit about wearing these. So, and speaking of which, I believe two of them have been arrested. Oh yeah, Oklahoma City. There indeed was an arrest. Yeah, there was one arrest, and it was someone trying to set flags on fire, which they arrested. They were trying to set flags on fire, and there was one other thing they were trying to do. I mean, yeah, that was it. Apparently, yeah. You're getting charged with arson and assault, but they were trying to light some flags on fire. This one's a bit juvenile, IMO. I don't think burning the flag's anything to be arrested for, even if you're in the middle of a protest. It just depends. I wish we had kind of like video on this one to see what he was doing, but I think I know burning a flag shouldn't be something that you can get jailed over. And in fact, I know that is the case in the United States because the Supreme Court has ruled on it multiple times. Even Justice Antonin Scalia said that is one of the things, first and foremost, that the First Amendment is meant to protect. So, yeah, super far-right Justice Scalia is even like, yeah, you got to let them burn flags. This is ridiculous. Oof. All right. So, anyways, what we were looking for was one of these articles. Ah, yes, this one. So yeah, they arrested two of these guys. So I mean, I haven't looked through this article yet, so let's read along. NYT is considered fake news sometimes, so we shall see how fake this news really is. Let's see. Do we know who they are? Eric Gavalek Munchel. We'll let the Twitter investigators find out who this person is. Zip tie guy. Has Twitter identified them? Oh, one from Tennessee, one from Texas. These people came from deep red states. Interesting. Mm, mm. What has Twitter found? What has Twitter found? A hidden patriot. Interesting. One of the what does Trump call them? Silent majority. Yeah, yeah. I guess he's a part of that silent majority. All right. Hmm. Damn. I wonder how Twitter did it. I wonder how they did it. How did this make it outed like that? Oh shit. That's how. Damn. I don't care about what people on Twitter are saying. I care about if they found out who he is and his intentions. Oh shit. Yeah, so I guess he's like a regular MAGA supporter? Mm. Criminal history. Yeah, like oh, here we go. Okay. This is nothing. I mean, okay, this is how they identified him. Whatever. Cool. What is this? Is this a different? Interesting. These pictures are pretty vanilla. Oh, it's just a photo. Come on, guys. Videos, videos. That's what we need. Mm. Mm. I don't want to see some Kamala Harris shit. We're so close to inauguration day, guys. Like we are so close. We're so close, and I can finally just slam Kamala. Interesting. What is this? Uh, let's start it over. Yo, Rudy's wild. Hmm. I'll let him walk in. Yeah, directing them this way. Hey, this way. ACAF, I think that's like all cops are friends or something, some shit. Oh yeah, this is the QA and honor that died. I'm pretty sure that this guy, yeah, this dude's been arrested. Um, this dude has been arrested. He got. Hmm. Yeah. Yo, this speech from Biden was like a solid straight 3 minutes of no flubs. It was incredible. It was incredible. They may not go over it, but there was another one found sent to the RNC. I can definitely pull that one up, which we will while we watch. We have found it immediately, very quickly. Okay, that was whatever. Here we go. So yeah, like I said, one was found in. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they do. Uh, the RNC was there was a bomb found at RNC, and the DNC got evacuated. But this was all same day. So you know, let's be real. So we've got people believing in conspiracies and that leading them to storm the Capitol building. We have the law enforcement there, not showing the same escalation of force. We have, head of state, our president, not initially not calling in the National Guard. We had the we had to have separate states in theirs before Trump finally approved it. Um, you have the fact that these people were armed. They stole intelligence. There was a bomb found in the Capitol building. There was a bomb found at the RNC. Uh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh. Some guy with, another person who was armed, of course, and Molotov cocktails. Look at that. They were ready. They were ready for this. Interesting. Outed. If this is to believe, outed instantly. Like, how does Twitter do this? How does Twitter do it? Interesting. A healthcare company. Like, this isn't necessarily bad. I mean, look at that. Blue Cross Blue Shield. I don't want them donating to fucking anybody. Like, get out of here. I don't want any of these people down. Donating to anybody. Like, fuck these corporations. This is like good news. Who gives a fuck? I mean, hopefully it causes whatever candidates they were voting to lose. But like, damn. I mean, yeah, it looks like that's all we're getting out of that one. Yeah, then we got another guy, Brock, who got found. Larry Rindle Brock of Texas. Uh, he was holding flex cuffs as well. And yeah, if you're watching and you know anything, you were at DC, or you are amongst the Twitter investigators of Legend, please do, let the FBI know. We can still hate the cops, ACAP, but like, when they're doing good work, they're doing good work. I mean, that's all I need to say. Broken clocks right twice a day. So, what else we got? I've got to make up time. We got another half hour politics to go. So let's talk about the fallout. So, we have had 137, I believe. Let me pull up my, because I have the actual list for you guys of who did what exactly, and I will be more than happy to provide it. Here we go. All right, we've got a Google Drive doc. Like, let me tell you. All right, so like I know exactly who voted to object to what elections, or specifically Arizona and Pennsylvania. Those are the two we have. Unless, nope. Okay, we do not. All right. So, one of Alabama's voted against it. We don't need to care really about these other columns. We're not here for those. Look at all these, yeah. Like, let's see. How many people voted in the Pennsylvania election? Wow, 70.93% of eligible voting adults in Pennsylvania voted, which turns out to, some 7 million people, thereabouts. Like, wow. Can I get a, yeah, yeah, look at that. Yeah, almost somewhere about, there about 7 million people voted in Pennsylvania. So we have, let's see, all these, yeah. All these, yeah. And then three people who were like, yeah, we're not going to vote on it. Like, who are these crazy people? Turner of Kansas, Buck of Colorado, and Joyce of Ohio. Like, wow, you're not going to vote on it? You're not going to take a stance? Like, what the fuck? Okay. Then we have Turner did vote to overturn Arizona, though, which, let's see, how many people voted in Arizona? Some 33.2 million people. Joe Biden's got 1.672 thousand votes. Here we go. And then Trump has 1.661. Joe Jorgensen has 51,000. So, like, a decent fucking amount of people voted to overturn that election. Like, damn. For real, dog? Like, come on. Come on. In total, I believe it's about 130. Yeah, I mean, they've got them listed here from the start, so. So we have 119 members of Congress objected to Arizona and Pennsylvania. And then we have 100 and. Wow. Okay. We have 137 who voted. Oh, sorry, I forgot about this one. This person here. So we actually had 120 people who voted to overturn the Arizona election, and then we had 137 vote to overturn the Pennsylvania election. So you had 137 people attempt a coup in one state. Sorry, rather attempt a coup by objecting in one state, and then we had 120 to the other. I don't believe that would have overturned the election, though. Like, I mean, let's take a look. Let's get 306. So let's say he gets Pennsylvania and Trump gets Pennsylvania and Arizona. So that puts him at 252. That puts him right at 263. Yeah. So and that takes away what 31 votes from Biden. Biden still wins. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. So they would have had to overturn more. Like what the hell? Um. Yeah. Let's. So I believe all of those people, all of them, should be charged with sedition and removed effective immediately. I did put out a statement with my DSA, my local DSA chapter in Roanoke, Virginia. If you are around, please do sign our interest poll. We'd love to have you. But yeah, we even put out an official statement like we need to go further and we need to get rid of these people. If democracy is to survive, then you cannot allow anti-democratic people to be within it because this is what happens. I mean, just imagine, like, let's say we agree, right? Like, the election is the election here has been stolen, right? If you don't vote to overturn it, we have credible proof that would be sedition. You're allowing a coup. and vice versa. If we all agree for just a moment, even if you don't, that this election wasn't fraudulent and that Joe Biden is the Democratic elected winner, which is the fucking truth, then the case is simply that voting to overturn a legal election is a coup attempt. I can't help you. That's just the truth. That's exactly what you tried to do. So hopefully these people will be removed from office. If let's just say they had another, I don't know, 150 seats in the House, they could have thrown out Arizona and Pennsylvania legitimately. Wouldn't have even needed the people storming the Capitol. But just having that kind of mob pressure outside, and then the surrounding states not sending any help, and the local law enforcement is working with the mob, I mean, your physical well being is in danger. You very well may change your vote. I mean, you're only human, and shit happens, right? So it's a coup attempt. Call it what it is. Please do not call this a protest. Do not call it a riot. It is a coup attempt. No, we will not going back to some semblance of normalcy. We will not just get along suddenly. We're not just going to forgive the right. I mean, like, come on, guys. You just tried to throw a coup. Holy shit. And then the people who have the audacity to compare the BLM protest to this. I mean, BLM is based in, like, facts. It's based in the fact that our justice system, nationwide, disproportionately targets minorities, whether to kill them or more harshly punish them. Pick your poison. The whole problem with this is there's no evidence anywhere whatsoever, none, that there is any fraud in this election. It's just not there. It's gone. You have no proof. Like poof. Famoosh. So, we have this. The House is under Nancy Pelosi and Clyburn. They are going to throw out some articles of impeachment to Trump. I believe they're going to be charging him with high crimes and misdemeanors, is what they are attempting. They are they're trying to bring this to a vote come Tuesday, which I'll try to stream on Tuesday, so hopefully we can get to it. For those wondering, this. I was dared to get rid of it, and here we are. I'm missing the beard. I know I look 12, but I'm 12 times 2. So we can check ID if we need to. I think I'm legal. I'm pretty sure I'm legal. So don't worry about it. It'll be back in a week. We're not doing this again. I don't like it either. Don't sweat it. But back to the news. Let's see. Nearly a majority of Democrats have signed on to. Wow. Not even a full majority. There are 12 Democrats. Really? Interesting. Okay, so they don't believe. Ms. Norton here doesn't believe that impeachment will get through, which I would agree. I don't think even after this, the Senate Republicans are going to charge Donald Trump and actually get rid of him. It's not happening. So I don't necessarily agree with not signing on. I mean, fuck it, let's do it. Let's do both. But they're probably right. Impeachment's not getting through. Censure would probably be the easier way to get through, but you can't permanently censor someone. We do. We have the First Amendment. He's got to be able to talk somewhere loud enough that he can be heard by enough people. And considering 70 million people voted for him, at least 30 million of those are frothing at the mouth to, so I don't think we're going to be able to censor the man anyways. Enhance security around the Oh, yes. I do want to talk about this. Be wary. Inauguration Day, there were talks on Parlor, which I'm not going to pull up because it has been pulled from stores and liable to get pulled myself. I may be able to actually do it this way. Here we go. We've already looked at this. Let's pull up AOC. Are these it? Yeah. Here we go. Here we go. With 60,000 views on this Parlor post, many of us will return on January 19th, 2021, carrying our weapons in support of our nation's resolve, to which the world will never forget. We got 60,000 views on just a single post. 60K on Parlor. So yeah, come January 18th, 19th, Inauguration Day, it probably ain't over. We're probably getting around to Electric Boogaloo. These people are crazy. I mean, they are actually crazy. They are willing to do it. We call them fascists for a reason. That's all you are. Fascism is just populist, anti-immigration conservatives. And then you have your select versions of fascism, like Nazism, believing in the Nazi mythos. You have American fascists, like the MAGA and QAnoners, the alt-right. You all believe in an American mythos. Like you lack the cognitive dissonance to criticize your country and look at the history objectively. You claim to like life when it comes to like abortion, but like that's the only time you defend life. You can't objectively look at your nation's history, see wanton loss of life in random places over like profit or land expansion, and then you're just like, oh, it's whatever, it makes America great, or you only tell one side of it to like really, glorify what's happening. In that case, yeah, like you believe in American mythos and you are conservative, faux populist, anti-immigrationist. You fit the bill of fascism, and that's just unfortunately what you are because your policies are not populist. You will ruin the workforce. You will ruin yourselves, and you're anti-immigration because you don't want brown people coming to America. It's as simple as that because there's no other reason to oppose it. There is none. You talk about like crime, et cetera, and it's like, well, the crime of immigrants is the same as the crime of the relative population. Technically speaking, there's more crime because more people just came over, but like that crime is the same across the board. I mean, so it's like you're anti-immigration, but you would have been saying the same people back in like you would have been saying the same thing back in like the 1600s when the German immigrants were coming over, and then you'd say the same thing when the Irish immigrants were coming over, when the Italian immigrants, when the French immigrants, when all the other European immigrants came over. You would have been saying the same thing if you are actually nuanced, and what's the word? Principled. If you were actually principled, you would have kept up this same line of logic at all times because you are hard anti-immigration, not anti-immigration from certain places. Because all populations from all countries that come to the United States have roughly about the same crime rate when they first come over, which is slightly higher than the national average. And then over like a couple of years, it goes down to the national average. It averages out. It's the same. Every population, it's the same thing. The crime's not even high. It's like not like 50% of immigrants are committing crime. It's like some fucking 12%, and then you go down from 12% to like 7, which is the national average. So wages and other wages in general go up. Quality of life goes up. Culture, richness of culture goes up. We're supposed to be the melting pot, America, whole 9 yards, all that jazz. All of that improves, and so ultimately you have a richer nation for it. So, again, you only reason for opposing immigration is you don't like brown people. I mean, you want to build a wall on our southern border, but like, what about the Canadian immigrants? What about the European immigrants? Should we build walls around our airports, keep them out? You guys can only be in like these areas, just these. And I mean, if you really wanted to do something about immigrants from the South and the reason they're immigrating, if you really want to talk about that, one thing you could do is in the drug war. That would be huge. I mean, you do realize the reason these people are fleeing their country south of our border is because there are various cartels that now have the ability to challenge the standing government. Like, Mexico's been at war for like over a decade with local cartels. And like people like El Chapo, like 70% of his market, and where 70% of the revenue and profit comes from, is the United States. And if instead of you having, I'm a socialist, but let's talk fixing policy, fixing this place right now. You it would be much better if a company that is subject to legal and public scrutiny uh, was the one supplying these products that it's clear people will not stop buying whether or not you make it legal or illegal. So you can at least regulate it, like we do everything else. It would be smarter to do that than allow people in the black market who are not beholden to the law because they're going to get in trouble for selling it anyways. It would really suck for them if you took away their money. Because then how are they going to arm their goons? And how are they going to pay their already armed goons? How are they going to pay for anything without money? So just take it from them. Make it legal. Legalize and regulate. I'm talking about all of it. I'm not talking about just about weed. No, heroin, meth, crack, whole fucking 9 yards, like all of it. Allow people, like, you can regulate it just like you do alcohol. People over a certain age can't have it. It has to be of a certain quality. It has to, you have to have made it like XXY way, so it's clean. Less overdosing. People can go actually get help if they do overdose rather than get thrown behind bars. Like, whole 9 yards. You just done. You just solved the problem. Oh, well, there's the second part of the problem. You also have to just completely dismantle and charge the entire CIA with war crimes and literally just throw the fucking book at them. These people interfere in South America's elections all the time. That place is a fucking mess. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on. The place is a mess, and it's a lot of our fault. Like I would say like 70% our fault, and I'm not even fully educated on like the individual countries and their own problems, their own corruption running in their own systems. But like I am confident that the sole currently the sole superpower of the world, the United States, interfering in your elections, and no do-gooders making a profit on poor American policy to make their own pseudo tyrannical governments, regimes in your countries is really helping. I really don't think any of that is helping you, and I think a lot of the problems you have are because of that. So I would really like it if we could get our shit together. But yeah, that's how you would fix the immigration. You would stem the tide that way, and then you could streamline our process. But I've gone on too long about immigration. Gone on too long. One day we can talk about it. I can pull up all the facts. I can have them all here, like my list of tabs you see, to talk about this. But yes, be wary. These are screenshots from that AOC took. Um, Now this one specifically doesn't have much engagement, but it does have 455 views, so that's alarming. Uh, I personally haven't been on Parler. It has been removed from the App Store, so we'll see if I can actually get on there. Has AOE said something? Oh, I guess she has.
So I know you're a supporter of impeachment. The speaker has not yet decided whether she's going to schedule it. Should she schedule it, will it pass?
Well, I absolutely believe that impeachment should be scheduled for several reasons. Several reasons. One, of course, our main priority is to ensure the removal of Donald Trump as president of the United States. Every
Pog.
minute and every hour that
Pog.
he's in office represents a clear and present danger not just to the United States Congress, but frankly to the country. But in addition to removal,
Pog.
we're also talking about complete barring of the president addition to that, the potential ability to prevent pardoning himself from those charges that he was impeached for.
So I know you're a supporter.
That's okay. That's what I'm here for. What about? Has she said anything on? Yeah.
President-elect Biden opposing impeachment. Here's what the letter says. It says, in the spirit of healing and
Mm.
fairness to our Constitution, we ask you to join or
AOC could be better, but we're here for it.
your efforts to impeach President Donald J. Trump and
It's almost time for Andromeda. Don't worry. Don't worry.
President Trump to leave office is as unnecessary as it is inflammatory. They're saying for the sake of unity, forego impeachment.
Well, I think there's a couple of things. One is we have to understand that what happened on Wednesday was insurrection against the United States. That is what Donald J. Trump engaged in, and that is what those who stormed the Capitol engaged in. And so when we talk about healing, the process of healing is separate and in fact requires accountability. And so if we allow insurrection against the United States with impunity, with no accountability, we are inviting it to happen again. That is how serious it is. And I do not believe that perhaps my colleagues weren't in that room, perhaps my colleagues were not fully present for the events on Wednesday, but we came close to half of the House nearly dying on Wednesday. And if another head of state came in and ordered an attack on the United States Congress, would we say that that should not be prosecuted? Would we say that there should be absolutely no response to that?
She's right.
No. It is an act of insurrection. It's an act of hostility. And
Mm-hmm.
if we have accountability, because without it, it can happen again.
Yeah. She's fucking spot on. Like about the whole thing. You've got to get rid of all of them. You've got to get rid of all of them. Like these people were complicit. Not only were they complicit, but like you egged it on. You actually egged it on. You gave them hope. You egged it on. Like why? Well, I know why. We know why. Yeah, that's about it. Okay, cool. What is this? Oh, it's about her first year in Congress. What else we got? We can close that. Oh yeah. So good old Donnie has been banned from all of these platforms. Poor Don. Poor Don. Let's just look at him for a minute. I'm sure he's so sad. So very, very sad. Like, can't tweet while he's on the shitter in the morning. Can't post to Instagram, get them selfies in, No live streams for the Dawn anymore. No Reddit posts. No Boomer Book. Even Boomer Book got rid of him. He's gone. No Pinterest. No TikTok. I'm still not getting a TikTok. Don't ask. Whatever the grocery bag is, I don't know what the hell that is. That P might be Parlor. Maybe not Pinterest. I don't know what Parlor's logo looks like, but Parlor has been pulled. He's probably on there, though. Yeah, we can... So, I mean, yeah, as a recap, all in all, let's see what we got. We had... Come Wednesday, we had the police allow a violent mob to enter the Capitol and threaten the lives of our federal Congress, our federal legislative body. We had over 130 members of that legislative body vote to overturn a democratic election, a fair and democratic process, which is treasonous, really. We then had several of these people took classifying documents that they're currently being arrested for. Like, yeah, here we go. Like stuff like this. We've had several arrests. We've had multiple deaths. Donald Trump has been banned and censored on social media. Well, I don't even do the air quotes. He has effectively been censored. That is true. Uh, so we've had Donald Trump removed from social media entirely. Uh, we we now have the House moving to vote on impeachment Tuesday. He'll be twice impeached. Because impeachment is what happens in the House. The Senate decides if they're going to be pressing criminal charges. So last year, yes, Donald Trump was impeached. For those who aren't quite sure, he is still impeached. That is a title he's going to have to live with. Should it pass the House come Tuesday, he will have been impeached again. So there's that. As I said, though, I highly doubt the Senate is going to go forward on pressing criminal charges. Um, Hell, I'd be shocked if Mitch holds it, is able to. I wouldn't be shocked, rather, if Mitch is able to just prevent it from being voted on. But we'll see. And there are calls for the Congress members who did vote to overturn the election. There are calls for them to also be removed from office. So overall, we have a pretty good timeline going here as far as what may or may not happen. One can only hope that this is nipped in the bud and treated with extreme prejudice. Um, Please be wary if you live in DC. Please be wary of the coming days to Inauguration Day and Inauguration Day itself. We'll all be watching with bated breath. If something immense does happen, I will unfortunately go towards reactionary, covering it live. I try not to do that because I want the details on what's actually happened.